When it comes to a first generation Mustang, they've been done every which way, but this particular first generation Mustang has absolutely everything done to it. 302, automatic, overdrive, AC, and a ton of other really cool custom touches. Stick around for the test drive video to catch everything that it's got. When it comes to a Mustang, I'm not sure there's anything else you would really want to do to one than what's already been done to this car. Actually been fortunate enough to have this car a couple times. Came from a really good buddy of mine a number of years ago. He enjoyed the car, and then we sold it to a customer. He had his fun with it and then wanted something different, so that's how we got it back. And it's got to be one of the best first generation Mustangs I've ever been around. It's a super nice car, and everywhere that you look, there's custom things done, and they're just kick-ass front to back, inside and out. But for starters, this is an A-code 1965 Ford Mustang. After that, that's about it that was stock on it. Everything else has been changed. The motor that's in it is not the original 302. It's a little bit of a later 302 that runs extremely well. Has aftermarket World Products Victor Jr. heads on it. Great setup mechanically, and it is topped with the fast, easy fuel injection system. To be honest, I'm not a crazy fan of most of the aftermarket EFIs unless it's the Sniper setup. This one does work well, but I personally would go with a carburetor setup or switch to the Sniper. That's just my personal preference, but the fast, easy EFI does work really well. You have your screen inside the glove box there, so you can do some tuning if you want to, but that motor is really strong. We're gonna let it warm up a little bit before we get crazy into the power, but it will roast the rear tires if you wanted to. It is backed by the AOD automatic overdrive transmission. Shifts great. You have a nice rear end. Does have a little bit of gear in the back, but nothing that wraps you out. Cruise is really nice. You do have your Lokar shifter here. You have Hydroboost discs all the way around, and then you have a 4-piston caliper up front. They are drilled slotted rotors all the way around, so it stops fantastic. Power steering as well. Aftermarket vintage AC with your dash, under dash vents, your factory heat and AC control, so they did all that really nice. It shows well. AC blows cold, heat blows hot. Aluminum drive shaft, nice suspension, aluminum radiator, electric fan. Pretty much everything you're going to want to do to one of these cars mechanically has already been done, and it just drives just excellent. On the interior here, you basically have a Fox body style interior when it comes to the front and rear seats. The seats are extremely comfortable. A little bit of age from getting in and out on the edge of the driver's bolster here, but that's about it. You have your odometer gauges, aftermarket Pioneer stereo, really nice steering wheel, tilt column, billet, door handles and window cranks in the front and the back. Headliner's great, visors are great, carpet looks good, floor mats are nice, door panels are excellent. Top of the dash pad looks good. Really inside here, outside of the little bit of bolster wear on the edge of the driver's seat, that's it. There's really no other complaints. It's a super nice red interior. This car was rotisserie restored. The first time that we had it, the gentleman we bought it from was the one that built it. Again, that was a number of years ago, but he was a super meticulous. I want to say that he was an engineer, and he over-engineered this car. Everything is done, and it's just really, really nice. Does it work section on this one? A little drip of fluid from the gearbox, the steering gearbox, excuse me, and then the speedometer works, but it's not 100% accurate. The rest of your lights, gauges, horn, wipers, radio, heat and AC, all that stuff is working. The does it work section can be found on the website pcclassiccars.com, so make sure you guys check that out in the additional media section. Click on the inventory, click on this Mustang, and scroll to the very bottom of the page. You'll see that additional media section. But we're warmed up, and we're gonna go ahead and get in the throttle here and try and keep the wheels on it if we can. Holes hard. I'm gonna go ahead and probably go around this guy. Nothing wrong with going under the speed limit, but he's speeding up, so we're gonna be all right. We'll get an opportunity to roll into the throttle a little bit more if you want to here in a second. But as you can see, it cruises nice. It has plenty of power, especially if you shift the gears manually. You can line it up in the RPM range a little bit more. But under regular driving, it's just fantastic. On the underneath, the floors are excellent, shows great, done with the purpose. Everything underneath there is awesome, nothing to note. Again, a bunch of little custom touches when this car was fully rebuilt. On the exterior, factory Wimbledon white car, paint quality is really nice. They did an excellent job. Obviously, you have the really cool custom touches like the deck lid, the tail lights, the hood with the hood release pins. All of your custom little touches show fantastic. You have your fog lights up front as well. Imperfections are down to some little touch-ups, little tiny flaws here and there. And then on the lower portion of the rear quarter, you have to be basically underneath the car to see it. There's a couple superficial little bubbles that started in the paint over here on the lower quarter on the driver's side in the very, very back. Really nice machined wheels, good tires all the way around. It just has a great look with the white, the red accents on the outside, and then the red interior, just a tough looking car. The imperfections will be found in that additional media section again on the website, pcclassiccars.com. This Mustang would be an absolute blast with a 5-speed. Nothing wrong with the AOD, but a 5-speed in here would be killer. Another thing that I didn't mention, again, the more you talk about this car, the more things that you see. Has really nice aftermarket pedals in here, installed fantastic. Your tilt column again works great to get really comfortable inside this car. Those Hydroboost discs stop the car really nice. Steering feels good, very responsive. This car really pulls well when you get into the upper RPM range. From a dead stop, it's not a tire shredding car, but when you get into the RPM range like that, it really pulls well and it's a lot of fun to drive. It's a good combination of power. Glass is in excellent condition, no major issues with the windshield. Side windows look great, back glass is clear and easy to see out of. You have a nice aftermarket style rear view mirror here. You have your mirrors on the left and the right, which are easy to see out of as well. And if you want to, you can downshift. Just adds to the fun just a little bit. Exhaust note is great. You do have aftermarket headers, full length duals, tailpipes coming out the back, cut into the rear valance, look great, sound great. Again, outside of me putting a 5-speed in this car, not sure I would have done anything different. It really shows awesome in here. Really roll into it one more time here. Smooth, easy performance. Inside the trunk's all detailed out back there. There's nothing to complain about. Represents great. Lokar shifter works really well. In the engine compartment, you obviously can see all of the mechanical upgrades and all of the custom touches in there. Motor install looks great. You have your Hydroboost with your discs. You have the Serpentine belt set up front. You have the vintage AC, all of the wiring, plumbing, all of your custom little brackets and touches that were done on this car were done with a purpose and obviously by someone who absolutely loved and cared for this car. If you were going to drop this car off at a shop, it would easily cost you over $100,000 to build this car. No ifs, ands, questions, buts about it. It costs so much money to build a car nowadays. Finding one that's already this far along, obviously there's little things that anyone's going to want to do to make it theirs, but outside of, again, me changing it to a 5-speed, that's all I would do on this car. This is an awesome Mustang, one of the nicest Mustangs of any year that we have ever had, and just a really, really cool Mustang coupe. We'll pull out here from a dead stop and we'll see what it'll do. Can't complain about that at all. As always, I'm Michael. This is an absolutely killer 1965 Ford Mustang coupe with all kinds of custom touches done to it from myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars. We appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out the content we're posting across the social platforms every single day. We'll catch you guys on the next video.